The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayor's and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on from the villages and towns that we cover. We're starting off this week with a report from Mike Falk, supervisor of the town of Lima, who says there will be a veteran meet and greet with pizza and refreshments at Al Lorenz Park, 6 Murray Hill Drive in Mount Morris on Wednesday, September 14th, starting at 5 p.m. This is open to all Livingston County veterans. This is funded by the PFC Dwyer program, which was brought into being by Congressman Lee Zeldin to stem the tide of veteran suicide. There will be a veteran raft fishing trip at Letchworth State Park, 7051, that's 7051, Lower Falls Road, Castile, New York, on September 24th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Veterans only, and lunch will be provided. Spots are limited. No fishing license required, weather permitting. Call 585-200-9742 for details. I have received a note from HFL Superintendent Jean Mancuso that school district is holding a public hearing on property tax exemptions on Thursday, September 15th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. Over the course of the past 2 years, the HFL board has held public hearings on both veterans exemptions and first responders exemptions. The HFL board is holding a public hearing regarding all current exemptions under the purview of the school board. The board is still reviewing all options regarding these exemptions. As we deal with the memories of 9/11, please consider supporting the exemptions for first responders and veterans. Those who stand between the public and chaos deserve our best. That's all from Mike Falk, supervisor of the town of Lima. And from Lima, we go to Mendon. John Moffett, supervisor of Mendon. How are we doing in Mendon?
Great, Chris. As always, thanks for having me. We are starting our brush pickup, which will start on October 3rd. They will start in the town of Mendon outside the village of Honeoye Falls, starting from east to west. Usually takes about 2 weeks before they finish the entire town. Guidelines on the brush that'll be picked up are on the town's website, and you can or call the highway department. In addition to brush pickup, just a reminder to all of our residents, including Village of Honeoye Falls residents, that they can bring brush to the highway department on Summel Road during normal business hours. Our budget, as I've mentioned the last couple of weeks, I will be presenting the budget on Monday, the 12th. That's the tentative budget. The budget will be flat this year. Last year we actually had a rate decrease, and it'll be flat this year. This will be the 10th year in a row that we've either had a flat rate for a tax rate or a reduced rate. So that is something that we've been working really hard on, and certainly appreciate everybody's efforts from the personnel here at the town of Mendon. The tentative budget, as I said, will be presented on the 12th. The 26th, the board likely will move it to preliminary status with any changes, and then the final budget and public hearing will likely be on October 17th. So our budget is around just over $5 million. Approximately 50% of that is derived from tax revenue, your money. So if you want to know more, please attend the meetings. We will be posting the tentative budget on the town website early next week after I present it. The Military Memorial and Splash Park Also on Summel Road is progressing. We've had numerous construction meetings, and the substantial completion date is early November. So far, that both contractors are telling me they're on schedule. And lastly, but definitely not least, school is open. So I would remind everyone to please be aware of the children walking back and forth to school, as well as the school buses and the school buses picking up and dropping off students. Be aware that when the red lights or the yellow lights mean that they're going to stop, and the red lights mean you have to stop. They're either discharging or picking up children. And we just want to remind everyone to be cautious and aware that of all the children that are being transported, as well as walking to and from school. As many people know, the town of Mendon did put a sidewalk on Quaker Meeting House Road to alleviate some of the foot traffic coming from the middle school to the apartment complex. We had a lot of children walking down the side of the road, which was something that concerned the school district as well as the town. And we did put a sidewalk in there a few years ago. So that definitely will be utilized now that school started again. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, John. And finally, we have this in from Mayor Rick Milne of the Village of Honeoye Falls. We hope everyone enjoys a great weekend. With fall quickly coming upon us, we remind our village residents that it won't be too long before brush pickup stops and leaf pickup begins. While we still have some time, I bring this up to encourage our residents to bring your tree trimmings and other brush cleanup jobs around your homes completed as soon as possible. Next week, we will plan to let everyone know when leaf pickup is anticipated to begin and end. We expect the creek cleanup above the falls to be scheduled soon. We realize it is an eyesore and appreciate those that have asked if a local residents group could go in and remove it. Unfortunately, there would be legal or safety issues with that. We do hope to have this task completed soon, though. We remind everyone that school is back in session. Please drive safely and watch for children and all residents crossing our streets. We appreciate the positive comments received on our speed monitoring signs in the village. We'll continue to move those around and we'll pass along the data to our Monroe County Sheriff's Department. Have a safe week and stay informed and in touch. That was from Rick Milne, Mayor of Honeoye Falls. John, you got anything else to add? Negative? Okay, well, thank you, John, for being here in person. Thank Rick and Mike for sending in their notes for people to hear and read. And thank you for watching. Remember, we're here every Sunday at 1 o'clock on our Facebook page. Like the page and you'll be notified when this show airs. If you don't like Facebook, you prefer YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And at 1 o'clock, that will notify you when this is broadcast. That's all for this week. Bye-bye for now.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.